opportunity for 3D Max because they have had a step up in performance, a rise in their own form. So the fact that you get this kind of, out of the blue invite to Cologne to build upon that is amazing.
Well, let's see if they can put it together.
They've had wins recently over the Mongols 2-0, Cloud9 2-1, Fnatic 2-0, Bleed 2-0. They've been doing some good work, 3D Max.
Poor Kassad, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's in there somewhere.
Poor Kassad.
Double Julies here for 3D Max. Exercise and Maka using them. They can't unlucky. A slow pistol here from 9Z.
Yeah, really slow. Looking for all the aggression that we saw in the last series, and there's nothing close to it. No one's even moved for 3D Max since they set up in these positions. 2 in middle, Maka behind the doors. Drop down, hit the B bomb site, here we go.
And the only player here is Joko. He's further back, playing from K, so it's a retake setup inside of this B site. They do have a kit for the retake. 9Z leaping into the bomb site now, not seeing too much.
Almost too passive.
Yeah, it feels kind of ridiculous. There's not a single fight yet. Guys, this is a violent video game. Please get into the violence.
Also, 5v5 retakes are not that fun.
We're here for the violence. And here it comes. Retake at 10. Huasu Peak on the double. Make it 3. Okay. A flurry of frags. And yeah, they win every single fight. So that was weird, Jason. That was a strange pistol.
Yeah, I think 3D Max just kind of got caught in a situation where they're just not actually providing enough resistance on the map. One smoke for a 5v5 retake, not enough. That's always going to be a really, really tough affair. You're going to get bailed out by incredible shots, and unfortunately, they all go the way of Huasu Peak. So 9Z up 1-0.
So Bly was mentioning Maka there on the desk, and I mean we've seen so much of Maka over the years. He's had some crazy amount of teams he's played for. He's played since 2017. He's played for Ozerv. Don't even remember those guys, but he's been in 3D Max before, back in 2018 to 2019.
He's been around the block.
Yeah, and he even played for Falcons for a while. He's always been a player with potential.
Journeyman, I think they call him.
Yeah, that is definitely the apt term.
Well, the B bomb site is clear, and Max has found that out with Buddha. Although he's gonna meet a horde of CTs.
Quite a bit of money opportunities here, but the USP is taking out his own teammate there, Maka. But the rest of the squad are picking up kills now too. So Mac-10 collected, Galil in the hands of Joko, and that bomb plant is going down here for 9Z.
Galil's not a bad find if you can keep it for the next round. Save some money in the next buy that's going to be coming out for 3D Max, as they saved in this one. So second round for 9Z. They're on the hunt at the moment. Looking to take this Mac-10 away, and they will. Dink doesn't matter. Joko's so far away in T-spawn with this Galil, he should be just fine. So we'll get the guns out for 3D Max in the next.
We get to vibe out to this music.
I'm into it.
Yep. If you guys didn't see at home, but Jason's got some sick moves for this one.
I was dancing.
A routine.
I was dancing.
2-0 for 9Z. Moving to Europe is a big one for 9Z though, because this is a team that had some decent results when they lived in South America, but they would be few and far between and we wouldn't get to see them that often. But if they're living in Spain, that means they get to practice in Europe so much more, right? So this should really elevate the performance and find consistency for 9Z, in theory.
In theory. That's the key part, is in theory, because I mean, it can be just as, it can have such a negative impact too when you've made all the sacrifices to try and pursue this, and moving across away from friends and family and not seeing that improvement is going to be very frustrating. And obviously trying to build upon what the semifinals berth they had at Dallas.
Yeah.
Close affair with G2. Got a little tech pause, a break in the action. I think that FlyQuest big game is still going on.
That big FlyQuest game.
Yeah, FlyQuest brought that one all the way back.
I said to Harry, I went to after our map finished, I walked past their casting setup and I went, oh, 10-2 to big. Time for them to choke again. And they looked at me and went, nah, not this time. Yeah, it's happened.
It's happened. It has indeed happened.
It has happened.
It's there.
I almost can't believe it, but it looks like Bigger's still going to get it.
Well, now you're just really trying to jinx it, aren't you?
Yep. All right, looks good. Headset's back on. Heard the words okay. Or the word okay.
Way to go, referee team.
Yeah.
Tech team.
Got the job done again. Tech issues really messed up the second map of our first series.
They did a little bit, didn't they?
We've seen a fast call come out from the Mongols after a long tech issue. We'll see if that's the...
I don't think there's enough gun rounds really established for it to be anything too crazy, to be honest with you.
Rush, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Huaso Peak's got the MAC-10. Galil on Buddha. That Galil is saved over on Maka on the other side of things, and we get started into the first gun round, round number 3. Stylistically, already very different from the Anubis in our first series. Much more measured.
We have like the first 20 seconds of the round. No one's died.
No aggression anywhere. Actually, the A bomb site at the moment completely given up by virtue of a smoke deep in A main exercises, calling their bluff and saying they won't challenge it. And he's correct at the moment. That allows them to have 3 defenders at the B bomb site, 2 defenders in middle for the moment, as they try and piece together what 9Z's doing across the map.
Huaso Peak. Rattling bullets into the position of Exercise, who now is having to deal with a threat on both sides, goes into the open, gets taken out. And that's 2 players up here for 9Z into the first real gun round. Max, well, he destroys Gravity. And 45 seconds remaining in the round. 9Z up 3 players, make it 2. Thank you, Jocko. Straight through that smoke. So they're into the A bomb site. Bomb will go down shortly. And now Mac is on a long flank around the backside.
Yeah, but I think this is more a flank to get some exit kills. I don't think this is anything you actually go for because Joko can't get involved in any kind of significant fight that could turn the tides. So I think if you're here with his Galil, you're just sitting around, you're like, let me grab one of these AKs on the exit. I hear the footsteps. Not aware of his...
Well, the idea was there, the execution, not so much. It is 3-0 for 9Z, and 3D Max's money is not in a comfortable spot to get a buy back. Again, you'll see some upgraded pistols perhaps here, but this is very comfortable from 9Z, a very controlled game. Nothing too crazy.
No, and they'll love the way that first gun round went. I mean, some free upgrades as well.
This is the map pick of 3D Max as well.
Maka has the ult. That's virtue of the saved Galil. Had the money for it, so looking to surprise this 9Z attack. They wouldn't expect an AWP on the field, surely.
Jocko tickles his toes in the fire. He's going to join up with Gravity.
Op is rotating back around to the B bomb site. Clear line of sight in towards B main as well, but the pistols are starting to get a little bit antsy with that pressure being applied from Dark and E-Box.
The bomb is not in a position to commit anywhere just yet. So there's still plenty of time left in this round.
And this is where 3D Max, if you want to get this, you have 2 options right now. You need to get a piece of information with a bit of aggression or a play with these pistols so you can find out where the AWP needs to be positioned. Or you can just say, screw it. Let's all gamble to a bomb site, and if they go to the other direction, we just keep the AWP alive. But at the moment, even more so than making a play that could win the round, it's keep the AWP alive is the high percentage play.
Well, look how well 9Z forced this rotation over. They made it look like the A play's coming in. Now they're going in for the B execute. So looks like it is going to be that save AWP option.
Yeah, 3D Max, I forget which player was close up towards the mid double doors, pushed up towards the mid bridge and heard some footsteps going back to the A bomb site. So I think he called for the shift and where they wanted to stack exactly just by virtue of that intel. And obviously hasn't panned out. Good deagle shot, but that's probably all you're going to be writing home about.
Very effective calling from 9Z, staying in control.
I don't know if this op should even be getting involved.
No, really shouldn't even show it's available.
If you're 9Z, I feel like you hop on the hunt at this point. You're like,
Oh, they have an op?
yeah, the op's there. Let's roll, baby.
And that's exactly what is happening. Sharks in the water. Swimming towards them now is Maka holding on to it. Takes the hand off Buddha. It doesn't look like the op is going to be put under enough pressure as they're all coming in from a comfortable side. Unless Maka peeks, and he does peek out to a kill this time on Hwasa peek. So AWP saved over, at least that's something, but it's a 4-0 start here for 9Z on the T side.
Yeah, looking good. Only one real gun round to speak of. We'll get the second one right now. But no issues, no hiccups, and no signs that this offense is going to let one slip away. Timeout, as you can see, called in by 3D Max. Talking things over, trying to get on the board early. Still without a CT round, and don't want to be in too big of a hole when they begin to fight back. Martinez has had an easy game. He's a big-time player for 9Z. He has 0 kills, 0 deaths, 0 ADR.
Wow. But now he's got the op out. So this is where it's all going to change.
Well, it's not even criticism, you know? It's just like he's just gotten to relax.
He's got to relax, warm up into it. And now the fun part for him. Brings out the op fade. Well, it's not so tough on him, you know, moving to Europe. He's getting to live in his home country. So that's...
Yeah, he's like, I love this.
Yeah, sweet. This is a great deal. Thank you. And now look at this push from Exercise Aggression. Martinez maybe not so... not loving life as much as we expected in this round. He gets taken out. The bomb does hit the ground, and now it's problems for 9Z to figure out. And their first real problem they've had to find a solution to. Ripping off Lucky off the top of the rugs.
And this is like 9Z. They chose to move forward and continue with their tactic into the B bomb site and kind of ignore the extremities, which has given more of a chance for a player like Graffiti to just be a cockroach. Just like, try and find him. Where's he going to be? Good job from Max.
Exercise. Ooh, gets taken off those stairs. Buddha drawing it back. Now it's just Maka stuck in middle. 39 seconds left. Maka takes out Buddha out of the round. And he had to send down into the water. He had the right read. He was so close to taking DGT out of there, but couldn't quite muster the shot.
Oh, I got a question for you, Dinko.
Oh God, where's this going?
It's going for player pronunciation is the category that we're going with today. Gravity or gravity.
Maniac somewhere over here. Le gravity. That's what I'm going for.
That's pretty good. But
Yeah.
you have to commit to that now for the entire map.
Oh, no. You never commit to a French accent.
At least give me the half. 7 rounds left.
Okay. Well, if he does something crazy, he's getting it. How would you say it, Jason?
I would say gravity.
Gravity.
Exactly. But it's spelled differently.
Yeah, it's spelled wrong.
That's why I asked you. It's the whole point of the conversation. You've given me nothing except for a French accent.
I know. Well, I thought it was decent.
It was pretty good.
Now we're going to get into Les Miserables. This is a very miserable start to the round. 9Z just disciplined, slow, T-size. They are not wanting to make too many mistakes at all. And this comes this B play out into Buddha. And lying in wait is the Buddha AK. He's got Jocko charging with him. And Hwasa Peak is here with him. And it's a nice little shutdown of that aggressive maneuver that 3D Max threw into the mix.
I think it's really cool if you, because like coming out of Dallas, we don't get to see 9Z too often at the big events, right?
True.
And coming out of Dallas, where they made the semifinals, they had that great run. They got the automatic berth to the semis. They didn't have to play a quarter. You're kind of like can this happen again? Like, is this legit, or was this like a good run? Was this like a pop-off where they just looked really good for a particular week? And now you pitch them for their first matchup in Cologne, a very winnable game. So you kind of get to see they're not outmatched to a crazy degree where they're just going to get wiped out of the server. They have a team that they can beat that's within reach of them, and let's see what they're coming in with, and so far so good. 6-0.
I know it's the opposite. They're outmatching their opponent by a significant degree. That's been very dominant so far from 9Z. 7-1 on Max, 8-3 on Huaso Peak. And it's not slowing down. 6 rounds in a row.
Damn, they're on point and focused and not forgetting any details, clearing every corner.
Hey, you're 3D Max. You don't want to throw this invitation away. You know, you don't want to come into Cologne, all this hype around you, just want an event, and then just get absolutely destroyed in your own map pick to kick off the first map here.
Yeah, well, they've already burned one time out trying to get back into the swing of things. This is the next gun round, so we'll see how they do here, but a second time out might have to be burned if all of a sudden 9Z is just looking at such a dominant lead. Money's starting to build up for the T side as well. Aggression is the answer.
Huaso Peak gets taken out by Lucky, and he continues to hold Mouse 1. He gets the second in the bomb. It's a favorable roll to his feet. Oh, this is a great start for 3D Max, the best start that they've had.
And with this, good pick. I was going to say with that positioning, I don't know how 9Z is going to get back into the round, but that's a good first step.
That was so unbelievably fast from Martinez.
Yeah, but you don't have the resources, do you, to watch for this kind of a push? DGT?
Oh, get your gun out. Here he comes, Joker right into it! And DGT is aware of that possibility. Grenade lands right onto La Gravity, and they've taken him down to 61 health. I told you, Jason. I'll keep trying. As to 9Z, it was a very comfortable start here for the side of 3D Max. Lucky gets you a double kill. And the bomb. He still got the bomb.
Yeah, but Martinez gave you a swiftness with that AWP. Holding that angle, ready for the peak. Pulls Lucky into the fight. Flashbang is out. Exercise wins the battle, but Martinez, he's been fast all round. Oh no, he misses that one. But DGT's coming in from behind, from the A bomb site, wrapping around middle.
Exercise starting to try and figure out where could he possibly be coming from. Is this a possibility? He comes in from camera. Now he knows. Now he knows. Molotov goes in. Exercise can't stand there forever, and DGT gets rid of him. Now it's a 1v1. 14 seconds left. As DGT sprints through those double doors, it has to be a kill, and he can't get it. He can't even get around the corner. Great utility being put in place. And the blanket of fire prevents him from running towards that fight. And it is going to be the first round for 3D Max here on Anubis. It's all picked up off the back of Lucky's opener. Then Exercise making sure that the late work is done.
Yeah, but still a fantastic round from 9Z. I mean, 3v5 into like essentially one-on-one. Not a winnable one-on-one, but you've gotten to a situation where you've taken 4 players down, you force them to rebuy, dent that economy. Martinez is a beast with that AWP, just one missed shot at the end. And 3D Max can get their first round, 6-1.
Instantaneous dark smoke being thrown out by 9Z.
Not aggression on the map, but an aggressive stance from this 3D Max defense at the A bomb site. 3 players at A, Exercise and Lucky, pushed up in towards A main. They want to fight for this space.
Here comes Exercise, aggressive maneuver, spamming down through the wood. Not quite going for the Mazinho play, but it's DGT on the double headshot. Exercise and Lucky were trying to get something aggressive, and it just doesn't work out for them.
Is Maka gonna push as the 3rd player? No, he just smokes it off, backs away.
But no, I don't want any of that smoke.
that doesn't look cool.
DGT just massacres his teammates. And now Huaso Peak is taking control of middle.
And you can see how measured it is from 9Z, just getting into position, applying some pressure, but not committing, not fighting, not going down until I just start talking. But I mean, they're making this defense move. If the defense wants to get back into this round, they have to take some risks, and 9Z is looking to punish the risks they select.
No, Max has been spotted. Maka will deal with that threat. Here comes through middle. He's doing a lot of work here, Maka, considering he was over towards the ace bomb site a few moments ago.
And that's the call right now from 9Z. DGT's like, that's Maka. He was at the A bomb site. He's now in middle. Bring the bomb in. I have control. I've gained extra space. And the rotation just now coming in from CT spawn. There are 2 kits. No utility, but 3D Max can test this at least initially. If they can find the kill on DGT, it might be their trigger to move forward and go for it.
DGT steps into the open. Good kill on Joko. Starting to get a little bit too far gone now, so they realize, yep, gotta tuck out of here, gotta get away. And that is the 7th round for 9Z, so 3D Max win their first round and then instantly lose the follow-up with no real chance at extending or stringing them together, so 9Z in full control of this T side.
It's nice that you get to save some of these weapons, but you're getting to a point where you're gonna have to start just committing to fighting for rounds. Even in those unlikely low percentage 3v3s, it would be more of a commitment because you just need the rounds on the board. We're almost at that point. And 3D Max have a decision to make here. They have these 2 saved weapons. Economy's a little bit busted around that, so what do they want to buy up on the next 3 players? They probably could have forced and had a relatively strong buy to battle back, but they've gone the conservative route.
Exercise. 5-7 close by. DGT's got to deal with that problem, and close quarters against the 5-7 can be pretty scary.
But the presence there of a 5-7 is like the indicator that they're challenging again for this part of the map. So he just backs off. He's like, no, I don't want anything about that.
Flash is good. It's really good. Uh-oh, banana gun, and he goes right into the fight. Lucky steps up with his instead. 5-7 doing good work. It's 2 kills picked up. A lot better than their previous attempt in the last round. So 3 versus 3 established off the back of that. And once again, there is a 3rd A player, and it's Maka. But he's held behind the smoke.
Just for the moment. When it clears, as he go for the peak, it looks like 9Z going to stay passive, want to stay looking for those kinds of plays, which gives Gravity. That's the one. The time to move up and find a pick. It's got to be a wrap to the A bomb site through middle. 30 seconds left on the clock. And Maka's pushing out so far now that if they do take this turn to the A bomb site, he's well out of position for a plant.
Look how much util they have as well.
Yeah, and they'll have time to get someone into A main. At the moment, though, they just don't know how clear it is. They might not want to risk it. So staying and keeping control of the upper ledge of the beach choke point of camera. And 3D Max have to go for this.
The smoke is a little worrying though, because that does allow them to actually walk out as a corridor of cover for 3D Max to get closer to the site here. Hosapeak is aware of that, and he's watching it like a hawk, knowing that they're coming through it. There's the smoke fade away, and oh my goodness, they fall apart in the post by 9Z.
Yeah, there weren't any comfortable positions. Every position that they were going to play in was going to be exposed. One of them was going to be exposed to 2 angles, and that's exactly how they're punished. Not a wide enough angle on towards camera. Easy freebie cracks it open and gets things started. Good win for 3D Max in a round where they made the conservative decision to go down to 5-7s instead of forcing up for SMGs for rifles.
And they also delayed the defuse long enough to get the AWP though as well. Timeout taken here for 9Z. They were first used. Starting to feel like their grip is loosening on this first half.
Still got plenty of money to work with to get back in the swing of things and not let this get too out of control if you're 9Z. Then 3D Max just haven't had a clean round yet. The 2 rounds they've won, 1 player survived and 2 players survived. At the moment, they'll take it.
3D Max go back to more standard CT setup. Not starting with 3 A players.
This time the aggression comes from B. They want to clear out outside this bomb site. And it's a good timing. Nobody's home. Buddha had just shifted position. Still, though, 3D Max is putting emphasis on middle due to the utility. The default take utility from 9Z. Now getting a couple players back into the A bomb site. A third is shifting over. A fourth is nearby. A battle looms for 9Z.
Max is charging out first. Gets that battle going. First kill is his. Finishes off his initial prey of Exercise, and he's committed into the bomb site now. Maka chimes in with that shot. Gravity comes back. DGT making sure that this number game stays even. In fact, he puts it forward in favor of 9Z. And now with 40 seconds left, that bomb needs to start thinking about getting planted. But Huasopi comes in and secures it without a need for a bomb plant. Double kill to close, and 8 rounds back on that board for 9Z.
What a disgustingly late timing on that lurk, on that flank from Huasopi. But all credit over to DGT. He's the one who really cracks this open. Max provides you a nice opening, but DGT coming in a little bit late with that double kill keeps that bomb site secure and keeps 3D Max at the disadvantage. It sets him up for the Huaso Peak flank. 9Z just got all the answers, man. That's essentially 4 defenders at that bomb site, and they're able to overcome it.
If you're 9Z, you're starting to think, what can we do? You know, we have 4 players in the site. We know they're coming at us, but we can't do anything about it. Mac has got the AWP out again. Again, it's weaker weapons around it, though. MP9, Steel, P250.
And there hasn't been enough resistance or stopping power from other members of 3D Max to allow that AWP to get into play ever. I haven't really seen the CT AWP have a whole lot of impact.
They're going for a B play here. Aggression from 3D Max. Steps being heard. Buddha peeks up, decapitates Maka. That's the AWP down. Second kill is collected. Now a swing out from Exercise. That's an unexpected result. A double kill in the MP9. But Martinez is punishing any further aggression. Exercise falls down, and now it's a 2 versus 3. 9Z hold the player advantage for now.
Well, they know Joko is over at the B bomb site picking up the AWP. They hear plenty of information out of Lucky at the A bomb site. And almost a round-winning kill from Buddha.
Oh, Buddha. He eventually does get that kill on Joko. And now Lucky drifting back over to Temple as the bomb makes its way in towards A. Lucky is thinking about the possibility that it still goes over towards that A side of the map.
This is dangerous.
This is very dangerous.
He's alone.
He could just push forward. Martinez cancels the plant, now confirms to his teammate to come and help him. But Martinez is now down, and with 20 seconds left, Lucky finds himself in a position with cover. He's got plenty of cover. He can make this so uncomfortable for his opponents right now. Lucky was close to it, but Max hits the headshot, and things got a little scary for 9Z, but regardless, it's 9 rounds.
I think they lost themselves a little bit on that map. That round, they might have been trying to be a little bit too cute with such an advantage spread across the map, and no one ever kind of joining up with Martinez with the bomb. He goes solo. They thought this kill on a Joko would pull Lucky away convincingly to the B bomb site, but he had the good read and almost pulls a little bit of magic out.
This Martinez battle against Maka is cancelled by the smoke. Maka sticks around though. Maka stays in position, and DGT just annihilates him. Maka couldn't even see him.
Holy hell.
Rough. Just so rough. 10-2 is very likely now with that opening.
And just a quiet lurk. They've done a lot of executes, a lot of set pieces. This one is just walk out, losing a player, but DGT is good for the trade, good for the headshot, as he's been all half. 14-4 for DGT to power 9Z. And it's looking like they're going to have an 8-round lead at the half. No kits, 1 flashbang.
Buddha down, 3v3 again established. 2 Molotovs left for the T side. Huaso Peak to remove the gravity. And now we're looking at a close at 10-2 in the first half. 9Z have come to Cologne. They have come to play. It's 10-2 over 3D Max in the first half. The Intel Extreme Masters Cologne day one rolls on, and we've got a 10-2 scoreline. 9Z playoff makers in Dallas, now here in Cologne, 10-2 up. Very exciting stuff for 9Z. Not so much for 3D Max. I think this is a team we had high expectations for based on winning an event recently, coming in with a last-second invite. We thought they could be a real dark horse here for the play-ins, but so far not so good on their map pick, Jason.
No, not good at all. They got rolled over tactically, individually. DGT's hitting a crazy level right now at the moment. No one from 3D Max even in double digits, and it's continuing into the pistol. Maka gets dropped emphatically. Convincingly.
All of those words.
Certainly.
And now Buddha, well, he's hoping he can get some kills, but Hwasopeak keeps stealing them away from him. Hwasopeak on for 4 max will close to prevent the ace. But 11-2. Is that both pistols that have just melted away? Like, 3D Max have had the situation that happened twice. They just didn't get a kill in the first pistol round, right?
Nope, not even one. And once again, it happens. What are you supposed to do though when he hits these shots? Look at these ones too. Like, he's not even really getting a chance. They're focused on his teammate at pillar.
Dude, there's one thing not winning a pistol round, but not getting a kill in a pistol round.
True.
That's next level. Well, they obviously have one option, and it's to force buy, throw everything they've got into it, but unlikely to amount to too much.
No, I mean, you're just going to be in a string of force buys until you lose or until you get going. But I mean,
Until you lose, Jason.
that's not even like textbook. That's a bad play from DGT, right? And like a round like this, like why go for that kind of a push against the pistols? But it's just everything's working at the moment.
16-4, he ain't stopping. There's another one from DGT. He's just
He's
mobile killing machine.
Yeah, he's hustling. A main back to middle. MP9 from Max is going to chew up one. You know DGT's coming, and Maka's ready for it.
3v2. That's actually a good outcome here for 3D Max with a minute left and the A bomb site open. They'll put that bomb down and have a 2v3 post plant. Martinez will be the first to arrive.
Yeah, but the double, I mean, I don't know if I'd call this a flank, but the double flank in theory through A main, even if you get Martinez, would you expect Huaso Peak to be right behind him?
Definitely not. So it's all about spacing them for 9Z of when they send these players in or how they send them into the attack. So Maka instantly gets annihilated. It no longer matters how many players are coming in from that position, as Lucky is stuck at heaven with 3 lives to collect. He'll peek out to the fountain and get shot from 2 sides. Buddha's the one to close it. It's 12-2. 9Z are just so impressive right now. It's great to watch.
Yeah, even in that situation, like, you know, like Buddha's calming, like I'm gonna swing off camera on your contact. Like I'm waiting for you guys to find out where he is, and then I'll make my decision from there. But everything's working. Good communication seems to be flowing from 9Z.
See what a little bit of EU practice does to a team, Jason. Just bring him over here. That good Spanish sun. It's just working out so well right now for 9Z, and well, won't call this one over. Easy. Easy indeed.
Damn, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Get into it, boys.
Nuke is up next. That feels like 9Z will be very comfortable over that.
I mean, I think anything is going to feel like 9Z is going to be comfortable after watching by this map.
True. Very true. Well, 3D Max have 1 AK, 2 Galils, 2 Mac-10s.
The God buy.
They need God right now to pull this one back. They are in the cathedral, or close to it at least. Grenade. Lands towards the top of the stairway. Second coming in now. Lure them into a false sense of security, thinking that grenade's already used up. They take a few steps down, and then the follow-up nade comes in a few seconds later, and it's a lot more impactful.
There's a double peek towards A main for 9Z as well if anyone swings into it. Huaso Peak wants the deep fight. They don't overcommit. Didn't get the clean look, the clean kill they were looking for, and preserve their lives for the moment. 3D Max has taken this very, very calculated and cautious and slow.
This is a nasty setup.
Unless they have a flashbang.
Then it's going to be rough for them. Time is starting to tick though. 45 seconds remain in the round. The bomb is currently positioned outside of the A site. And it wants to attack. Now the flashes come in. Martinez trying to slow them down, keep them at bay around that corner. Martinez swings into the open, exercises one. DGT replies with that M4 back. Max is doing a good job at defending camera. That allows DGT to stay focused on the fight through main, but eventually both of them go down. And now the plant coming in from Maka. Changes his position up because that main flank is coming in now. And this is a 2v2 that 3D Max can win.
Wonder if they heard something. It's a very quick timing for Huaso Peak. Lucky sliding in, not ready.
Not ready at all, but Maka certainly is to turn towards camera. Now looking to remove Huaso Peak from this. Time is starting to tick a little bit as Huaso Peak climbs up the fountain. Maka survives on 3 HP. And it's 3 rounds for 3 Max.
Yeah, it's not going to feel great, though. It's not going to feel good in any way. That was very, very tested from 9Z. But good trading for 3D Max, and they have a third round, their first of this second half. But yeah.
I mean, it's one. I mean, what it's supposed to do, you know?
I got nothing. They
gotta win some rounds. Yeah. Make the scoreline look a bit more respectable. You know, that old cliche of not getting blown out.
Well, it's almost like the one we go to all the time to make it feel significant in any way is play yourself into the next map.
Exactly.
You know, like the rest of this map is a warm-up.
I mean, look at all the rounds played, and we're about to close this game out, and this used to be one half of Counter-Strike, not so long ago.
True.
Gravity in mid. He'll go down after one. It would be brutal to lose against this buy, though. Here comes Martinez. Oh, Maka, he's sharp. He's starting to warm up. He's looked better over the last few rounds here.
Well, I mean, it's the T side, right? So he can be a little bit more of the aggressor. On the CT side, you know, when 9Z's working the map and you never know where they are and they're taking it slow and taking map control, you're not really always sure where to be positioned. And they got to dodge his AWP a lot in that first half. 9Z with this MP9 and M4 just saying, come B, we're here. Go A, we save. And it feels like they're going to end B because nobody's shifted from 3D Max. Oh dear.
Well, this could be it. Could be all over if these three weapons can stand tall for 9Z. 15 seconds, that's all they've got. 3D Max charging in, trying to keep themselves alive here on this map, but 9Z, they have been absolutely merciless against this squad today. With 5 seconds left, there's no more time unless that bomb goes right down, but it's stopped. It's cancelled. DGT survives, and it's a 13-3 victory for 9Z. They've come to Cologne. They have conquered map 1, and they are looking to take 3D Max down in a 2-0 fashion to close it on Nuke.
Like, we've only got one team in the server at the moment.
Yes, it has certainly been one way completely, and we're hoping Nuke can maybe be a little bit more exciting. 3D Max certainly are hoping for that, and they are indeed fighting for a good start here. 9Z on the T side, this is their map pick. They're hoping to continue what they started over on Anubis.
Well, let's see if 3D Max's defense can provide a little bit more resistance here. Dooley's on Exercise, Dooley's on Lucky as well. But Huaso Peak was a monster, and 3D Max have yet to get a kill on a pistol round.
That's a wild stat line, but true. And they're looking for their first. They're getting close to it, and finally Maka gets the first kill here for 3D Max in a pistol round. And it's still looking better for 9Z. DGT, they're pushing in towards him, and the Glock handles business.
Dude.
Not a problem for DGT.
What did he have for breakfast today? He's killing it today. This is incredible performance. Lucky and Mini, they now know it. 3 players spread around the map. They can work them whichever way they want. Now, there was a couple rounds in the previous map where 9Z kind of worked themselves into a dangerous position, especially even in 3-on-1s being spread like that, but this time, obviously, they handle it just perfectly. Just fine.
3D Max not going for the force buy just yet, so we'll wait and see. They do eventually go for the buy. So MP9s coming out on the majority of players here. Maka will save nothing, actually. Last second purchase, he decides to go with the 5-7. Leave $700 left over. Looking to be potent in the second round force. 9Z start with a couple, rather 3D Max start with a couple players heading down lower. They're going to be walking their way up towards Secret. You got Chev and J-Raz, the God Squad on the Observant today.
What's up, Chev? What's up, Jay? There we go. Max gets you an entry. Takes down Lucky. Now swinging it a little bit wider around the Molotov. It disjoints the attack, and now all of a sudden 3D Max have got some things going in their favor.
3v2. They've got the player advantage, but how long can they hold on to it? Because DGT is still here, and he has been the bane of their existence time and time again, but not this time. Exercise brings him down with that 5-7, and the force buy works out for 3D Max.
Yeah, they actually are able to challenge at the point of attack when 9Z is turning into the upper bomb site. That Molotov in towards Mini split this attack in a way that didn't allow anyone to back up Max as he came through. And it just all aligns perfectly. They pounce on the flank. And 3D Max have got something going in their favor.
9Z buying back though. They've got their own force buy. It's all about Tech 9s. We know how potent an upper bus can be with these weapons. Not committing to that just yet. And that's a bad start here for 9Z. They've lost Max through the smoke. Now Peak now in an uncomfortable position outside. He's dueling against a rifle and actually wins the fight despite taking the initial damage. Lucky stayed committed, hoping they can finish off his prey, and now they want a taste of it. Maka goes outside, this time finishes off the job.
And just constantly re-smoking door the whole time, so DGT's been locked out of getting involved of anything. He might have wanted to test and see if there was a seam he could slip through with all that attention outside. And instead 9Z is going to have to rotate around. They've got a Molotov and 2 flashbangs. No chance of recovering a rifle. But Secret is an easy cross. No one from 3D Max addressing the lower bomb site until just now. Joko just dropped from ramp room. How deep does he want to go?
"35 seconds. Eventually 9Z are going to burst through these double doors or through the control room window. And Joko has positioned himself in a real nice spot, but he gets insta-kill by Buddha, who just clears him out with that Tech 9. Now the bomb goes down. Now 9Z back into a fighting situation.
It's got to be so heartbreaking.
It's like, I've made the perfect move. I've won the round. Boom. Instantly headshot. Here's DGT as well. That Tech 9, oop, not getting the intended result initially, but Maka, remember, he's lost half of his health, so that Tech 9 doesn't even matter. DGT hits the headshot, and 9Z bounced back with a force buy of their own. Oh, Joko, he definitely thought he had the winning move.
It felt like it. I mean, he had a great timing. He had his pick of whatever position he wanted to be in. What an incredible round from Buddha. He just zoned in on that so hard. Of all the positions in that lower bomb site,
You're coming out, you're not looking at rafters, you're not looking at ramp, you're not looking at dark, you're just the backside.
It's just like, you know what? I'm zoning in. I got a feeling.
Yeah, I'm locking in.
I can feel it in my plums. Timeout used from 9Z. They want to make sure they don't let another low buy slip away. At the moment, it looks like 3D Max want to invest. Gravity's already got a MP9.
Joko's got a big old dig. It's always rough though when you're in the CT side and your economy gets into this position.
And also, like, we talked about the pistol rounds on Anubis. Obviously 9Z winning both of them, and 3D Max not even getting kills in either of them. They didn't have a single good start to either one of those halves, obviously, in that kind of a route. But once again, like, you reverse the second round, you're on, like, you're once again going to have a very slow start, a hole to dig yourself out of to begin this opening half of Nuke.
They don't look like they brought their shovels. Maka? Somehow he doesn't get a kill. That's crazy.
Yeah, very weird. Joko's under pressure. He's going to drop down 24 HP. I'm almost surprised that 9Z's not kind of pursuing him a little bit more with a bit more gusto. But this has been their kind of their style throughout Anubis, was slow and calculated across the map.
Lucky waiting with a 5-7. They come in towards him. That's the bomb drop. That's it. Rolling to his feet. And this 5-7 opens up the afterburners. Buddha around the corner getting peppered from behind now. Lucky eventually dealt with. DGT's patience pays off. Joko comes back up and DGT deals with that threat. So Exercise now left alone in a 1v3 in lobby. There was a chance there for a moment for 3D Max.
Gotta say, like, through these first 4 rounds being played on Nuke and obviously all throughout Anubis, like, 9Z's offense has such a good feel for when it's time to be patient and let the other team make the mistake. They're so good at just kind of hitting the brakes and saying, you know what, we got 20 seconds we can burn here to see if you're going to react in any way. Little bit of attention and fake towards the lower bomb site. DGT should go down. This should be Exercise able to grab this M4.
Unless he creeps up behind him. And DGT slowly slinks towards him, gets that kill locked in, and it's another victory for 9Z. money was invested in the last round, so 3D Max do not have a buy here.
They can do another half buy. They invested completely in the last round with MP9s and Deagles. You could go for like P250 armor, 5.7 armor, maybe some utility if you wanted because the losing bonus is building up. But yeah, that winning the second round, losing the third round has thrown their economy into a bit of a weird place. Won't even have rifles until round 6, which always sucks.
Yup, especially since it's going to be a 4-1 start here for 9Z. Overwhelming them with the ramp push. They manage 1 kill. Lucky steps up with another. But dealt with by 9Z. Now Gravity's left alone. He's out towards Garage outside. And this is going to just be a moment before 4 rounds get added to the tally of 9Z.
All right. Well, hasn't been a whole lot to talk about on this map.
Mongols obviously lost the initial game. FlyQuest lost theirs. So that's going to be a matchup going down. They're big able to take a win, just about beating out FlyQuest on that last map. They had a 10-2 lead and they won 13-11.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
No.
But a win's a win.
It is.
Grimbo said in his tweet, I believe.
And we've got Heroic versus MIBR going down on the A stream as well. So plenty of Counter-Strike action to follow throughout the day. We've got 8 best 3s total. Been through 2 of them. And at the end of this, we'll be halfway through the day.
3 of them. No, you're right, 2 of them.
No.
I can math.
Well, this one's... this one's looking...
Okay. Pull it out of the hat, Dinko. Save me, bail me out here.
Yeah, I'm trying. You know, this one looks like it might be a done deal,
okay.
But you never know. 3D Max might have some life in them when it comes to the rifles, and we're hoping that's the case. As Maka brings out the AWP.
Yeah, give him 1 rifle round before we make that conclusion. Okay, nope, I take it back.
Yeah, let's end it. GG Connect. No, of course not. It's still very early days in this best of 3.
Yeah, I think after this series, obviously still ways to go in Nuke, but I think you'll hear from 3D Max that this was not the best day of Counter-Strike they've ever played together. How's DGT downstairs already?
Oh, smoke blows open. You thought Maka was surely going to get a kill.
Yeah, but DGT, he's already stopping the rotations. Okay, but they've got no one to stop ramp room, so it's Gravity and Joko who actually slide into the bomb site. They hear these footsteps. Oh, they're ready to battle.
Maka in the darkness. Shrouded in its cover. Buddha cutting off rotations outside. He stands at red. And now it is starting to look like 3D Max will collapse as Maka can't retreat. Oh, they haven't checked him. He hasn't taken a shot. Now they see him. Now they deal with it. Max actually just spins on that. Martinez follows up with Lucky. And Maka thought he had a kill locked in. He got spotted by 3 different players, and it was the 3rd player that actually took the shot to kill him.
That pathing is just the worst for what Mako was trying to do. Trying to get one as they're above him, and maybe with that positioning you can get into some safety for the reload and swing back out, but everyone just leapfrogs him into the site. 9Z can do no wrong. And I guess the story, I think, you know, I think we're expecting more resistance from 3D Max, so it's hard to make like a huge claim. But if you're looking to see if 9Z's playing Counter-Strike, you know, in Dallas, that can be replicable. We're seeing good things. Everything's positive at the moment. Really good in the mid rounds with pausing. Really good at reading the map and exploiting rotations through some nice fakes on Anubis. Really slow and calculated. It's not cheese. It's not like individual heroics, although there are good individual performances.
I mean, it's just fantastic to see more of 9Z. We never really get to see them all of that often, and then suddenly, back-to-back IEM events. They're showing some good performances here. They look stumped right now over a 3D Max. I mean, they probably felt pretty confident coming into the event. The fact that they've just won a tournament.
Yeah, they should be coming in here on a high.
Yeah, and they've come in, and I think that first map was maybe a reality check or a confidence denter. And they haven't had a good start here in Nuke, so it's not like they're pulling themselves out of that pit of despair.
Yeah, potentially knocked out on their feet at the moment in this series. See if they can start clawing together rounds to bring this closer for the second half switch. 1 M4, 1 MP9, upgraded pistols.
And yeah, straight through the smoke, Martinez gets rid of the ramp defender. It's completely open now. Maka, nice little play from him though. He sneaks in the back of Max. Gravity pushes forward, and a couple of kills now going in favor of 3D Max. Important trading from DGT to keep these numbers even. And 3v3. An exercise commits into the lobby. Hwasupeak stops that from becoming a problem.
That was a really nice save. DGT was completely blinded out in the open trying to find some kind of safety, but now very well aware of the danger coming from Squeak Door. Maka and Lucky. 55 seconds for them to put together this 2v3. But outside of the upper bomb site, 9Z have their complete freedom on the map. They'll just be quiet. No information given away, no indication of what's coming, no indication they're headed to the lower bomb site. Lucky and Maka will just have to save these weapons. Another round they just simply cannot fight for. And hope that the extra economy from the saved weapons can help them out down the road.
Taking a look at the rest of the playing for today. I mentioned some of those matches. We got a Brazilian brawl going down. We got Furia versus Imperial. Then you got Pain versus Liquid.
Yeah, Liquid's got to go through all the Brazilians.
Yeah, that's rough.
To make it out of the play-ins.
It's not easy.
No, especially because, I mean, Furia showed some cool things at EWC as well. With Fallen firmly in control of the tactics and the in-game leadership. We only really got to see them on mostly one map.
That was Nuke.
It was Nuke.
So hopefully we get to see a little bit more. Maybe they got a second map in there coming into Cologne. There's best of threes openers. Now the buy is back for 3D Max. Also, there was a couple of moments there in that previous round where even with weaker weapons, they could have found themselves in a competitive position. So they're hoping this gun round will be a little different. Smoke goes down towards main. Buddha gets down the vent, barely alive, but gets down the vent regardless. His teammates are dropping with him, and this is a commitment down in the lower bomb site for 9Z already.
And Hwasupeak's just heard the footsteps up in lobby. They've heard him as well.
Oh, Jocko! Oh, he's still ready.
I don't think actually Hwasupeak did hear it. I thought certainly had the information, but now it's all on Martinez as the sole lurk for the rest of this round.
Yeah, this could get a little rough for 9Z because Buddha's low. Martinez is outside, and he needs to win this fight, which he does so definitively. Maka is down and out. And Martinez is what? There has to be another player around him. Martinez is making it look easy. So stylish on those outside kills.
They have to save.
And yeah, they've already lost their chance, their foothold in this round. So they started with the advantage. Martinez draws it back alone, and we're now looking at 7-1. This has got to be one of the most frustrating days of Counter-Strike the 3D Max have played.
Yeah, this is getting horrifying now. 9Z, back-to-back maps, having their way with you. Their T-sides have been way too strong. A lot of it, Maka and Lucky outside needed to find a way to clear him together. Martinez played that exact same spot on a lurk previously in this half with the lower bomb site take. But when you go one by one like that, not only have you lost two of those individual fights, but that's a lot of resources outside that go to waste when you have an advantage in the post plant. You have a 5-on-4, but two of them go down to one player away from the site. 3D Max, I'd almost like to see them. They've gotten. I think they're getting a little bit stressed. I mean, I'm sure they're getting a little bit stressed. That's an understatement.
Yeah.
But we're seeing a lot of pushes, right? A lobby crunch. Previously, it was 2 to 3 players coming through door. now that they have this op out on Maka, I'd like to see him just play like a little bit more of a standard round and let the op maybe get someone to red box if you want to have some aggression. You don't need to be overwhelmingly aggressive, but aggressive enough to stop 9Z from at least getting that first stage of map control. And even if you go back to Anubis, Maka was the only player in double digits for 3D Max, and he got that mostly in the second half. There's not enough stopping power individually right now on these CT sides.
Well, Joko is going to be playing in towards Secret. He'll peek out behind the fire that his teammates put in place. Max looking to be a disruptor outside, but he's forced back behind red again. Now here comes a fight. Joko needs to step up with a headshot. Nails that one. Maka. He's at the ready utility coming around and nails the first shot, drops on down, gets out of there. Much better here from 3D Max.
Yeah, this is perfect. You've taken a scalp every time they've tried to progress forward. They try and take Secret, you've got a free kill. Try and take Ramp Room, you've got a kill and an escape for the AWP. Now, you just cannot lose this round. It's just, it's a rule of life that you cannot lose it.
Why?
But they've lost track of Max outside, didn't realize how open it was. Puts a lot of stress on Maka's op.
It's not a traditional AWPing position either, and there's a kill down the vent. Martinez clears out Maka, and you said you can't lose it, but it feels like their spine is about to be ripped from their body. This is a disaster for 3D Max.
They have to save again.
Oh my god, I can't believe that they've lost this in the way that they have.
It's a 3v5.
Graffiti, yeah, he's going for this. He's going for a play.
I feel like Exercise is already like, I can't come down vents. I can't go for this.
I'm stuck.
But they have to because it's 7-1.
Yeah, you want to start winning rounds, and so they drop down the vent. Max has got that kill, as we knew he would get.
Yeah.
And Graffiti is just, he's got to get out of there.
But they just, out of desperation, he was forced into that play. But more than anything, you can't lose that 5-on-3. Everything you get as designed. And then it all goes away. You forget one detail. In the 5-on-3, no one's got eyes outside, and Max is able to get a free lurk and just create chaos.
Gotta see it again. Like, what was the Joker doing up the stairs, though?
Well, he mollies it and backs away, and that's fine. Maka gets this kill and drops down. That's fine. You just, that rotate from Joko, that's the part, yeah, where he loses it a little bit. You have to be aware that Secret is a danger.
Just mentally, now they're stewing in it because 9Z have gone for a timeout. Oh, that round is where communication starts to break off. You imagine that if there was a moment to ignite frustration, that would be it.
All right, well, after losing a round like that, I kind of become speechless. So let's see what we've got in these last three.
Grenade's gonna land on Lucky. And the fire too. Not so lucky, it would seem.
And with that Molotov being extinguished, 9Z can just kind of announce to the world, yep, they had an aggressive stance outside. Someone was at red box.
Well, just taking their time here, 9Z, but the utility.
Well, here's the thing. They're gonna do like a fake executed upper. It's gonna feel like a double pump, but the main push is gonna come outside. So the question that we have to keep our eyes on is how does Lucky move in transition, and how?
Oh, he's gone back in. He's spotted as well. They just hit backside, and he gets into main, so he doesn't get caught. 9Z get down into a secret. Joko's in the vent already. He's hearing the steps come out. He catches one player with nades in their hands, and Joko gets that second. Nice and clean from Joko. Even treading on the upper bomb side. Maka to take Max out of here. And it's just Martinez left with 30 seconds left. No bomb in his possession. It's a much better round here from 3D Max.
Yeah, I mean, the idea worked to get them down towards Secret, but plenty of sound cues picked up by Lucky playing in his position at Mini. And 3D Max is able to rotate a couple of players down lower. Joko with his double kill.
Oh, makes a noise in the vent, and I would have had a free kill there on Maka, but time is the problem here. 5 seconds. Martinez goes down, and it is now a second for 3Max. So doubling the scoreline. Realistically need to get every single remaining round in this half now.
Yeah, and nothing they can do is going to make this half look good for 3D Max. So it's about carving yourself enough space to have that miracle in the second half, to have that comeback happen. Unlike on Anubis, where it was just like you have no mistakes right out of the gate. Now it's kind of like, now you have some space to work with. Round by round, they say. 2 remaining and no money issues for 9Z, and a change of pace fast towards the upper bomb site. Do they want to drop down vents? It's been successful a number of times, and Buddha gets it going again. DGT joins him. Joko to defend, and he's got control of control side.
Buddha spots his head. Tries to flick that AK up. Can't quite land the headshot. Now here's those steps coming down from Maka. And that sniper rings out. There's the fight for Joko to go and deal with Max outside of those double doors. Gravity's arrived down lower too. Decon and the cleanup. And that's a lot better again from 3Max. This is starting to look quite nice.
And I mean, look, we've seen this round play out. Like, this is maybe the 4th time we've seen 9Z kind of run it, maybe the 3rd. And usually it's Swasso peak on a lurk and towards lobby, Martinez outside on a lurk. But if you get down to that lower bomb site and don't deliver like a strong blow to take control and get that bomb planted, there's no chance for those lurkers to have any kind of an impact. And that's the risk the tactic runs. And you see kind of the bad end of it this time around. He just rolled his eyes. He's like, how many nades you guys got?
It's like an infinite utility belt.
He's just like, come on. Like, I'm just trying to take a fight.
The round is over now. Martinez has a really high view model, man. It's like halfway up his, like it's at his head. It's wasted real estate, but much better here for 3Max. Last round of this half. A4, considering how this half has started, A4 is not the worst. Like it's doable.
Well, you'd feel good as also ending the half
streak
on a streak. Yeah. If they were to get this one, it would be 3 in a row. All right, Max outdoor, this time towards the upper bomb site. They've kind of shown that vent drop. This time they want to change the point of attack. Good trades coming in, still doable.
Smokes are up. Main covered off.
Where's that bomb? This is precious time, allowing this flank to come in all the way around. Max has finally got it. They've got another set of utility. 3 smokes and a Molotov.
Grenade lands onto DGT. 42 health left. Lucky. Oh, he catches Martinez looking the wrong way, so it's a perfect kill to start to step up for this retake. Last round of the half, they've got to go for it. 9Z just sitting inside of the site. DGT goes back into the hut, catches out Lucky inside of lobby. Now leaping through that smoke is Maka because they know time is ticking and their chances are fading. Joko picks up the kill on DGT, leaving it all on Max. And he is looking to secure a 4K right at the end. And that's exactly what Max will get. It's 9Z with a 9-3 lead, and they are looking very likely to 2-0 3D Max.
3D Max with their backs against the wall, down 1 map to nothing, down 3-9 after the first half. Pistol round's going to be all important, and notoriously, they have been terrible at pistol rounds today. They've gotten 1 kill across 3 pistol rounds.
Yeah, it's really not a pretty sight right now for 3D Max. Well, we got to hope for a massive turnaround here. This is our wild card invite. Team that just got in due to visa issues and...
Apologies, 2 kills.
2? Okay, saved. Much better. P250 here for Maka. Flashbang in his hands. Everybody else on Kevlar. And the Glock. Apart from Gravity, of course.
Looks like they want to split into this upper bomb site, let the P250 duel outside, find a way to work your way in, but GGT just continues to be too sharp. They might have to pull the trigger on this execute before they really want to.
Yeah, got to go a little early. And here they come through that door. Martinez, Joel Beretta's pulled over. He hasn't really even had a chance to connect yet. Buddha from the back of the site. That is exactly what Buddha likes to see. 3 kills laid out in front of him. Max comes forward and, well, they got 2 extra kills in the pistol here, but it's no closer to winning the round. It's 10-3. 9Z just dominating 3D Max.
And I don't know what you're supposed to do if you're 3D Max. Like, there's no real good answer here. You didn't get a bomb plant, didn't even come close. So you want to force buy in the second round, but missing that extra bonus money to help make it a bit more dangerous. They might actually just decide to save this and go for rifles in the next.
Well, that's all they're doing. There's a Jocko Deagle.
I remember a Jocko Deagle.
When?
Why'd you have to do that? Just trying to meme, just trying to have a good time. It's going to be this round. This is going to create the memory. This is going to be a core
You had
memory.
a flash forward.
Yeah.
Max looking up on main. You can stop these pistols and just dropping down and causing a few problems for DGT. Martinez got dinked. He's down to 3 health already, and now DGT looks up on top. 2 early kills for 9Z.
As if a Jocko Deagle gets a dink to 3 HP.
You remember that?
I will remember that.
You remember that moment, that's for sure.
Oh, I'd be so mad.
Under a minute. And no real chances. Quasso Peak's already on silo. This is the true mark of dominance when you're just on top of the silo as a CT, firing hell down below. And it's now 11-3. So we're getting 1 real good buy from 3D Max, and if they lose it, we're calling this one over, Jason.
Even if they win it, I might still call it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think you can get away with that. There we go.
It's been a really, I mean, on a more serious note, it's been obviously a very off day. I would say
big
for
off
3D
day.
Max. Like 9Z might have gone on to win this series regardless, but there's a better version of 3D Max out there in the world that we're not seeing today.
Yeah, the problem is in that lower bracket, you're going to play the loser of MIBR Heroic. Max with the double, headshot, then grenade. Jocko keeping numbers even. In fact, he extends 3D Max into the lead on players. They walk right into the MP9 that nearly gets away with a double kill.
There's a lot of overconfidence in this round from 9Z. There's a lot of ego in this round from 9Z.
Yeah, this was like, well, let's get it done no matter what. But they might even still win this round because Quasso Peak has a low HP exercise in front of him that he's just eradicated. And Lucky has been having a very tough time today. He's 5-12. This is his moment. This is Lucky's moment. He will win this 1v1.
I remember a Lucky clutch.
Well, there's utility available for Quasso Peak, though. Oh, Lucky. Ooh, Lucky. Fire hasn't hit him. Hasn't made any noise, so Quasso Peak thinks he's gone into hut, and it's worked out really well there for Lucky. He's picked it up. 3D Max with another round.
Good start, but you're not going to get gifts like that. That's the one. If you're like the leadership figure in 9Z, you're looking down the line. You're like, all right, boys, we had our fun. We didn't need to be swinging for all these fights. Didn't need to be standing out in the open for all these fights. Didn't need to try and have that kind of an ego. Let's just close this one out.
A little fumble on the ladder. Outside smokes trickle in here for 3D Max, and they're going to use them quickly. They're not making any secret about their positioning either, and that has cost them a life. Max is able to track the sound on the other side of the smoke, and Gravity goes down. So they've lost the first player. And Martinez, had an opportunity to perhaps extend that, but he goes down to Jocko.
Yeah, but that forces a big shift in the defense. Wasopeak has to leave ramp room and go down towards control side, which means you no longer have eyes on ramp room, so that lower bomb site is compromised. Max is outside to make sure they can't turn in towards Mini. And this will be a near... Oh, the aggressive push, though, to the hold. 3D Max finally with an advantage, playing it slow, and still not winning the fight.
Oh, Exercise holds off DGT. Max, they run right by him. In a strong position at the back of the garage, 43 seconds. Maka walking out, Buddha's in the open. And 9Z losing members left, right, and center.
It's way too loose for 9Z right now. Like, the positions they're playing are ego positions.
Oh, well, they still could win it. They could still win it. Exercise is now stuck in a sandwich, and Wasopeak takes him out of there. 12-4. I think with the performance, they may have earned their ego, but they are destroying 3D Max. And it looks like this one is just a few moments away from being over.
Yeah, you just want to be careful though. I mean, if you're 9Z, like going into some of the, like let's say you qualify, you make it to the next stage of the tournament, like the teams are going to get better and you're going to get punished so hard for some of these positions. So you want to make sure that doesn't turn into some kind of a habit, some kind of a consistent thing.
Yeah, you're practicing bad habits.
Yeah, don't do that. It's easier to form good habits than it is to change bad habits.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. You read that book?
No, that's personal experience.
Oh, okay. It's just an observation rather than a way of life.
A lot of personal experience.
Gravity's down to 44, so not exactly the ideal start here for 3D Max. Losing a lot of health. And they're going to cross red. There's no smokes up for the cross here. They want to fight Max. They're going to go dry.
He's got a hot hand.
Yep, and Max holds down all three. That is so ridiculous. How can you even fight that? 3 players peek him and he kills all 3. Melts them in an instant. It has been a very good day at the office for 9Z.
Oh, they're going to be celebrating all day today.
22 kills, 8 deaths for Max. And now 1 kill away from sending 3D Max down into the lower bracket here. Lucky creeping his way out of Hut. And it is an impressive performance from 9Z here in Cologne. Their opening game at the Intel Extreme Masters definitely has raised a few eyebrows. I think 3D Max coming into this were expected to put up more of a competition, but 9Z just toyed with them.
I think everyone was expecting them to put up more competition, but if we focus on 9Z, like the whole thing about them is, can they replicate Dallas?